Sir, can we start?
Yes, madam, we can start.
Okay. So innovation is taking two things that exist and putting them together in a new way. Yashwantrao Chauhan College of Engineering, in association with Institute Innovation Counseling, YCC, Technology Business Incubation, and Department of Mechanical Engineering presents the orientation session on innovation and incubation by Innovation Ambassador Dr. S.S. Khirkar, who is the Director of TBI YCC and also the Vice President of IIC. Sir is having an experience of 15 years and he has just received a patent from the Government of India. I, Dr. Shilpa Kamble, coordinator and in charge of this activity, welcomes you all the faculties and the student participants in this webinar. I am happy to share you that we got more than 100 registration for this webinar. We are very much thankful for the overwhelming response from the participants. Now, I would request Dr. Sharat Chaudhary, sir, HOD Mechanical Engineering, to please say a few words. Please, sir. I think sir is on hold. So now I would like to request Dr. Yogita Chitriv ma'am to please brief about the webinar and TBI activities. Please, ma'am. Dr. Yogita Chitriv ma'am.
Ma'am, you need to start your mic.
Yes, it is started, sir.
Yeah, now
Yes,
now
you
you
are
are
Unmuted.
audible.
now you are
Yes.
out.
Ha. Okay. So, thank you, Dr. Shilpa ma'am, for this for organizing this webinar. So, on behalf of Yashwantrao Chauhan College of Engineering Innovation Council, I welcome all the students for this orientation session on the innovation and incubation. Basically, the main aim of all the activities which we are carrying out under IIC, that is Innovation Council, is to create the vibrant ecosystem in the institute. And so that it will be benefited to the students who are really interested in entrepreneurship, startup activities, incubation and all. So keeping that in mind, we have a webinar series in the last month, in the last week also we have conducted many activities on the theme of innovation and incubation. And in this week also, in this 4 day long week, we are having many activities which are related to the theme of innovation and incubation. So I'm really thankful to Dr. S.S. Khirkar, sir, Vice President of Innovation Council and Director of Technology Business Incubator of YCC, who has taken this initiative. And just to brief you about the innovation and incubation activities of the institute. And I am also thankful to Dr. Sharat Chaudhary, sir, for organizing this event. So over to you, Dr. Khirkar, sir. Please guide the students about this innovation and incubation.
Thank you, Chitri madam, convener, Institute Innovation Council, um, uh, Honorable Head of the Department, Dr. S.S. Chaudhary, sir, uh, Coordinator of today's workshop, Dr. S.P. Kamble, madam, and all the coordinators like social media coordinator, Professor Nikhil Mangrurkar, sir, and TBI manager, Mr. Anand Sharma. So I'm really I'm glad to receive this opportunity and to express my views in front of the student. So there is some mismatch between the Microsoft team and Google Meet. So that's why the most of the participants can get some kind of difficulty to join the session. But right now we are having more than 25 participants. So meanwhile, during the course of time, more number of participants will join. As Shilpa madam given already the status regarding the registration, more than 130 participants already registered for the program, and we are expecting their presence in coming period of time. So myself, Dr. Sandeep S. Khedkar, working as an assistant professor in Department of Mechanical Engineering, YCC Nagpur, handling different kind of portfolios like director YCC TBI Foundation, vice president YCC Innovation Council, coordinator Aviva Center of Excellence, and coordinating the IPR activities in the campus. So with this a little bit introduction of me, there is a continuous, we are striving to develop innovation and incubation ecosystem within the campus, within the institute, so that the more number of innovations can be generated. So the more number of innovative ideas will be received, will be presented, and then that innovative ideas will be nurtured to the innovative product projects, which will be then turned out into a commercial products, and the student can start their own startup. So that is the basic theme behind all these activities. And in this way, we are doing this or we are taking a small steps to develop these activities or develop this ecosystem. Now, the word innovation and incubation itself start from the uniqueness, and that's why my always I keep this as my first slide. That is the unique. Now, if there is a idea is unique, then it will be called as innovative, and then that will be treated as a innovative project, which will result in the innovative product, which will be commercialized, and then the startup can be expected. So the journey begins from the uniqueness, and that's why I am just adding one number. What is the unique of this number? So like definitely important message is behind that number. So you can see the number is like 230322021. So if I ask what is the uniqueness in this number, so somebody can answer like, okay sir, this is the simple today's date. What is the uniqueness in this number? So dear participants, dear friends, this number is definitely unique, and the answer is correct. It is the today's date, that is 23rd March 2021. I'm just giving some kind of a non-linear spacing between the numbers, so that's why somewhat called it, but it is 23rd March of 2021. Now, why it is a unique? What is the uniqueness of this particular date? So, dear friends, dear participants, that is the today's opportunity. It will not be received or it will not be available tomorrow. Now that means that date permits us 24 hours for the kind of initiatives that we can take, for the kind of efforts which we can provide, for the kind of work which we can carry out. So that for that purpose, the date is providing 24 hours. It is our responsibility or it is our chance how to use that 24 hours. And that's why time is very important parameter. As a matter of student or as a matter of faculty, everyone is having a busy schedule. Now, if everyone is having a busy schedule, then how to spare time, how to come with innovative models, how to come with an innovative idea, how to nurture the innovative ideas, when we will get the spare time to work on this kind of work, this kind of task. Now, definitely, dear friends, it is our responsibility to just simply plan the activities in a proper manner. So in the timeline chart we need to prepare, and according to that timeline distribution, we need to take some kind of time for this kind of task, then and then the innovations can be possible. So by using this slide, I'm particularly mention here that time is a very important parameter, is a very important factor for moving towards innovation and incubation. If you are not having time, you are unable to do this kind of activities, and that's why my sincere request to all participants, whether it is faculty or student, you need to spare or you need to allot a particular time for this activity, then and then these things are possible, otherwise it is not possible. And with these, I'm having a very interesting video by Mr. Elon Musk, who is the owner of Tesla Motors, and we all know how famous he is nowadays. So I'm going to start that video. So instead of doing with the PPT, I'm going to start with the YouTube. The sound of this video, is it audible?
No, sir.
Okay,
No,
just
sir.
a minute.
No, sir.
Just a minute.
No, sir.
And but then eventually I thought that the when I was young, I
Now it is audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I didn't really know what I was going to do when I got older. People kept asking me, but then eventually I thought that the idea of inventing things would be really cool. And the reason I thought that was because I read a quote from Arthur C. Clarke, which said that a sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic, and that's really true. If you go back, say 300 years, the things that we take for granted today would be you'd be burned at the stake for. Being able to fly, being able to see over long distances, being able to communicate, and having access to all the world's information instantly from almost anywhere on the earth. This is stuff that really would be magic, or would be considered magic in times past. In fact, I think it actually goes beyond that, because there are many things that we take for granted today that weren't even imagined in times past. They weren't even in the realm of magic. So it actually goes beyond that. So I thought, well, if I can do some of those things, basically if I can advance technology, then that's like magic, and that would be really cool. And I also had sort of a slight existential crisis, because I was trying to figure out what does it all mean? Like, what's the purpose of things? And I came to the conclusion that if we can advance the knowledge of the world, if we can do things that expand the scope and scale of consciousness, then we're better able to ask the right questions and become more enlightened, and that's really the only way forward. I think about what technology solution is necessary in order to achieve the particular goal, and then try to make as much progress in that direction as possible. I think being a multi-planet species and being out there among the stars is important for the long-term survival of humanity. But then the part that I find personally most motivating is that it creates a sense of adventure, and it makes people excited about the future. If you consider two futures, one where we are forever confined to Earth until eventually something terrible happens, or another future where we are out there on many planets, maybe even going beyond the solar system, I think that second version is incredibly exciting and inspiring, and there need to be reasons to get up in the morning. You know, life can't just be about solving problems. Otherwise, what's the point? It's got to be things that people find inspiring and make life worth living. When my brother and I were starting our first company, instead of getting an apartment, we just rented a small office and we slept on the couch. And we showered at the YMCA, and we're so hot up we had one computer, so the website was up during the day, and I was coding at night, 7 days a week, all the time. And I sort of briefly had a girlfriend in that period, and in order to be with me, she had to sleep in the office. So work hard, like I mean, every waking hour. That's the thing I would say particularly if you're starting a company. A natural human tendency is wishful thinking. So a challenge for entrepreneurs is to say, well, what's the difference between really believing in your ideals and sticking to them versus pursuing some unrealistic dream that doesn't actually have merit? And that is a really difficult thing to tell you. Can you tell the difference between those two things?
Right.
You know? So you need to be sort of very rigorous in your self-analysis. I think certainly extremely tenacious, and then just work like hell. I mean, you just have to put in, 80 to 100 hour weeks every week. That all those things improve the odds of success.
Or how do you think about making a decision when everyone tells you this is a crazy idea? Or where do you get the internal strength to do that?
Well, first of all, I'd say I actually think I feel fear quite strongly. So it's not as though I just have the absence of fear. I feel it quite strongly. But there are just times when something is important enough, you believe in it enough that you do it in spite of fear. People shouldn't think, well, I feel fear about this and therefore I shouldn't do it. It's normal to feel fear.
So you just feel it and let the importance of it drive you to do it anyway?
If you just accept the probabilities, then that diminishes fear. Drive overrides fear. It's about believing in the future and thinking that the future will be better than the past. And I can't think of anything more exciting than going out there and being among the stars.
Now, I think quite interesting video. World famous personality, Mr. Elon Musk, started from a single room where a single computer, and at the daytime there is a different task, at the night time the different task on the computer, and by starting from that point, they now a billionaire having the kind of the market value of Tesla Motors, and then SpaceX likewise. So I'm not going to discuss that part detail. The specific intention to include that video in this today's presentation. So we need to work hard. We need to think in that direction. We need to spare time for the innovation, and we can contribute for the betterment of the society. Now, we are moving towards what kind of importance in the institute, what kind of the benefits for the institute. Now we are having certain accreditation and ranking bodies in the institute. So on the basis of that accreditation, the institute will be treated as the quality institute by the ranking provided by the ranking body. The rank defines the quality of the institute. So now I'm going to put some accreditation and ranking bodies in this slide. You can see the first accreditation body is the National Board of Accreditation. The next is the accreditation body, that is the National Assessment and Accreditation Council. Then in the lower row, we are having a ranking body, that is the National Institutional Ranking Framework of Education Ministry. Then ARIA, that is the Atal Ranking of Institutions on Innovation Achievements, that is the ARIA ranking. Now, in this in this all accreditation and ranking bodies, you can see there are certain kind of parameters. On the basis of that parameters, the evaluations are carried out, whether the institute is good or bad. So likewise, these parameters are the performance of students, performance of faculty, facilities available at institute, laboratories available in the institute. So likewise, you can see the performance of student will be measured or will be evaluated on the different parameters. Again, like how many innovative projects carried out by the student, how many patents filed by the students, how many startups started by the students. So that is the one part. Now in ranking also, that same kind of parameters are considered, that is about the student. Now we can think we can take the faculty parameter, so where faculty performance is evaluated on the basis of kind of activities carried out by the faculties. So how many innovative project, how many research paper, how many publications, how many patents filed by the faculty, how many startups started by the faculty. So these parameters are showing the kind of innovations within the institute. Now, how we can think about the innovation, that is the matter of concern, and how it is possible. Now, definitely we require money for preparing the prototype. We require the facility to prepare the prototype. We require some external expertise, which require again money. So what is the source of funding? And on the basis of that, I'm just putting my next slide. That is, there are different kind of funding opportunities available from the government side. Now, first opportunity, that is the government funding agency. First agency is the Department of Science and Technology under Ministry of Science and Technology, Government of India. The second ministry, that is the Ministry of Micro, Small, Medium Enterprises. So we called it as the MSME ministry. Honorable Nitinji Gadkari sir is the minister for that ministry. The next is the All India Council for Technical Education, AICTE. And the last one is the next one is the Atal Innovation Mission under NITI Aayog. Now, this funding agency is providing funds to faculty, student, and for institute also. Now, faculty can get the seed fund, like for example, Department of Science and Technology having a funding scheme like Nidhi. So Nidhi is the title for that funding scheme, under which the funds are provided to the faculty, student, as well as institute to promote innovation and startup. Now, MSME is also having a scheme like a scheme for promotion of innovation, rural industries and entrepreneurship. So under that scheme, MSME providing fund to the student for nurturing their innovative idea. MSME providing seed fund to the faculty for development of the innovative idea and to establish the startup. Also, MSME providing fund to the institute for establishing technology business incubator, where the innovation will be nurtured. The all required facilities will be available there. AICTE is having a scheme like Idea Lab, where the funds are provided for development of the innovative ideas, also facilities within the institute. Now, NITI Aayog also working, and NITI Aayog also having a scheme like a scheme for technology business incubator, Atal Technology Business Incubator, and that is next one is the Atal Community Innovation Center. So how we can build a innovation center where the community can collaborate. So this kind of facilities or this kind of funding agencies continuously contributing for the development of innovation and incubation ecosystem within the country. Now, the next question which arises in my mind that why government is so much giving emphasis on this on this segment, that is innovation and incubation. Why this kind of funding schemes are provided? Why the budget of 500 crores, 1000 crores are provided for this kind of activities from the yearly budget? So the reason is it is it is observed, and it is suggested by the advisors that if we are able to create the innovation and incubation system, then and then the innovation are going to be happen, then and then that innovation can be patented, then and then that patented innovation can be commercialized, and then by commercializing the innovative patents, then the startup can be established, and by establishing this kind of startup systems, the results will be the economic growth of the country. So that is the basic pathway is decided by the government, and that's why this emphasis is given on this innovation and incubation. Not only the funding, but also the different kind of weightages. Like in earlier slide, I am showing the accreditation bodies and the ranking bodies. They are giving a lot of weightage to the innovation and incubation. So uh, in overall, there are number of opportunities, there are number of supports which is available. Only thing is we need to grab that opportunity. Now the next is why we are running behind this kind of like why we are giving stress on innovation and incubation. So there is a small comparative analysis which we have provided in this slide. That is the what is the past, or what is the past experience, what is the current scenario, and what is the probable future like activities, or whatever the future probabilities. Now here you can see earlier in a past there is a simple linear world, straightforward. There is no so kind of market competition. Only if you want to purchase a coconut oil, you just go to the shop and purchase a coconut oil bottle, whether it is a whatever the brand it is available, because no more not more options are available. Now today's and future will be non-linear, globally network market. There is a number of market players, there is a number of competitors. Every day there is a new kind of innovation. Every day there will be new kind of product which is competing with the existing one. So uh, this fact really matters. Now, close, expensive, and less creative pressure on freedom. Now, today, free and cheap technologies, platforms, infra, go-to-market channels are available. Number of incubators are available throughout the India. So, by this way, the innovations can be carried out. Dependency on host and gatekeepers. Innovations via startup, fast and flexible. About ideas, innovation and research by big companies creating most actual innovations, mainly due cost factors. Innovation process is more open and more exposed to true market validation. Now, minimal innovation impact achieved by outer strategies and methods, which is the past scenario. Now, currently, startups are outsourced innovations for big companies, just like app developer are for software platform, iOS, Android, etc. Now, innovation require for someone to take initiative with commitment to make it happen, whereas startup and innovative SMEs are biggest job creator nowadays. So that is the complete difference from the startup. um that is the current situation and the past situation. Now in this slide, we are going for what is the exact meaning of innovation and incubation. So I'm giving I'm just refer a definition. and I am just putting here. In economic terms, innovation describes the development and application of ideas, innovative ideas, and technologies that improve goods and services or make their production more efficient. Now, what is technology incubation? These are assistance given to startups, ventures through the transfer of complex administration and unique environment with the objective of enhancing their opportunities of survival in the early period of enterprise life cycle and build up their later development. So the first thing, anything new, innovative idea which will save the effort, which will increase the profit, increase the benefits. So we can call it as the innovation. The next is that in technology incubation, we are trying to provide the conducive environment, the supportive environment in which the startup can be sustained the market impact. Okay. So the complex administration will be one kind of thing unique. So we are trying to provide this conducive environment, supportive environment to the upcoming startup, new coming startup. So we all know that starting a business is difficult and running that business in the early stage is again more difficult than just starting the startup. Now, the ecosystem is an innovation ecosystem is the term used to describe the various players, stakeholders, and community members that are critical for innovation. Now, it is not just like developing a innovation culture within YCC or within campus is not like that. Okay, we can take these 2 or 3 steps. We are able to develop this kind of innovation ecosystem or innovation culture within the institute. It is not like that. Dear participants, definitely if we are if you are focusing or if you are trying to create this kind of innovation culture in YCC, then we definitely should get the contribution from every stakeholder. I'm talking about the every stakeholder. So who are the stakeholder then? So student is the prime most stakeholder of this process. Second, faculties are the stakeholders. Parents are stakeholder. Authorities are the stakeholder. Management is the stakeholder. Employer is the stakeholder. So these are the stakeholders, those who are contributing for the development of the system. So we need, like, community is also one of the stakeholder, and that's why I talk about the parent. So community is again the stakeholder. Now, an innovation and incubation ecosystem include institution, government, corporations, startup accelerators, venture capitalists, private investors, foundations, entrepreneurs, mentors, and the media. Now, each plays a significant role in creating value in the larger ecosystem by transferring new ideas into reality through access the financial environment. So this is the meaning. So this is the kind of thing which we try to develop within the YCC. So innovation and incubation ecosystem. So which include institutions, which include the government funding agencies, which include the corporation, which include the startup accelerator like technology business incubator, then which include the venture capitalists like the investor, private investors, different foundations, the uh, NGOs, different entrepreneurs, the mentors, those who are expert in the in this area. So and the media. So all these, if we include all these, then definitely we can call it as a complete innovation and incubation ecosystem. Now, how we can initiate them, or what? So during the different references, we have taken the references from different kind of institutions, different kind of websites, different reference book, different magazines, different blogs. So we have found that the best suitable way by which we can achieve this kind of activity is energizing and positioning student club, chapter, societies as facilitating entity uh, for pursuit of individual interest, creative work, showcasing talent, networking, and teamwork opportunities. So social experience, organization and management skill, exposure to professional ethics. So these things can be possible. So we need to establish a kind of innovation club within different departments. So we already initiated that process. So by using that innovation club, so these activities, not only establishing innovation club, but also the different organizing different activities, conducting different activities through this innovation club, and the maximum involvement of student will definitely provide this kind of results which we are expecting. So for that purpose, we have decided a basic theme line like, first of all, we go with the idea. So that is the innovative idea from the student. So out of box idea will be definitely received from student because they are having a broad minded thought process. Okay. So we are having a constraint. So as you become learned or as you have the experiences, then definitely whenever you give thought process, you compare with your past experience, and that's why you can't give the out of box solution. So probably most innovative idea can be expected from the student. Then that innovative idea may lead to the projects, engineering projects. Now that innovative idea is going to be nurtured to the projects, and that projects will be considered for the patent filing. Now, as we file the patent for this innovative project, then we go for the startup registration. So this is the pathway where you can initiate from the innovative idea and you can reach up to the startup, successful startup. Now, what is the method by which you can uh, generate the innovative idea, or by which you can get the innovative idea? So there are certain methodology uh, by which you can get the innovative idea. Also, you can start your project work. So these are the methodologies by which your creativity is going to be improved. So as you improve the creativity, as the creativity is going to increase, definitely your thought process started, and as your thought process started, definitely that will lead to the innovative ideas, innovative solution for the problems. Now the first method is the assumption busting. So assumption busting means we are going to think about the different kinds of assumptions. Now we just take one problem. So you can see there are a number of problems. Okay, just compare the systems. Now by when we observe things, when we do the surveys, when we are taking some literature review. So by observing things, we came to know about the different problem. Now for that problem, there will be different kind of assumptions. Now what are that assumptions? Then assumptions means out of what are the things which out of our control, which we can't develop. Like for example, if I want to develop a steerer, and if it is having a very small dimension, then it requires the specific manufacturing process, and that process is not available with me, hence it will be considered as out of my control. So then we are going to think about how we can find solution on the matter which is not in our control. Now, we are also taking certain assumptions like resources we need. What kind of resources we require to go with that idea? So for that idea, the different kind of resources required. So then we need to put the sequence. What kind of the sequence? So we need to think about the assumptions like what kind of actions we perform, then sequence that actions, in what sequence we are going to perform that actions. So this is called assumption busting. Then after assumption busting, you can think about the brain sketching. So brain sketching is nothing but it is creating the paperwork, or it is nothing but whatever the thought which come in your mind, you just put on the paper. Get a first burst of idea onto paper by quick sketching. We called it as a brain sketching. So it is the initiation of conceptual model. You just think about the idea, you just think about the problem, and by thinking, you just start thought process for the solution. And as the thought comes in your mind, you just represent on the paper. We call it as a brain sketching. So first is the assumption busting. Next one is the brain sketching. As you can perform the brain sketching, then you go for the brainstorming. So definitely team is better than the single one. So the if group of people working togetherly in a smooth way, then definitely it will create the miracle. So we are having the past experience also regarding to that. So brainstorming, where you come with the brain sketching. Okay, individual team member come with a brain sketching, and on the basis of brain sketching, the brainstorming is going to be carried out. So brainstorming is nothing but discussing each and everything about the conceptual model. So after brain sketching, the next step is assumption busting, brain mapping, then brainstorming, brain sketching, brainstorming, and now concept mapping. Now concept mapping means during the brain sketching, you are going to finalize one concept. And now that one concept is thoroughly represented by the concept mapping. Each and every intricacies, each and every detail is going to be put together in the concept mapping. That is the fourth step. The next one is the exaggeration. Whatever the solution that you are finding or that you are proposing, along with that solution, what will be the other kind of solution provided by the process? So like the like in the image, you can see there is a cup. Okay, so cup is represented here. So the tea can be poured into the cup, but now you can see in the downward side there is a steer, or there is a what we call that is the filtering system is provided. So we are thinking about the cup which we can use for the serving tea, but at the same time, by using the cup, if we are able to filter the tea, then definitely it will be a unique solution. So that is the process. We called it the exaggeration. We need to think about the exaggeration. The next one is the fishbone diagram. We need to prepare the fishbone diagram. The conceptual model is completely discretized and the step by steps are mentioned. Now, if I want to increase the creativity among the student, among the faculty, to develop the innovation and incubation ecosystem, then definitely, first of all, I need to increase the knowledge, preparation, understanding, information. That is the factor which can provide the knowledge. Second, I need to provide the inspiration, just like a Elon Musk's video. The different kind of motivational speeches, motivators need to be provide to inspire student and faculty. The spark stimulation is required. Then imagination. So there should be some kind of imagination by which the visuals think outside the box, stretching beyond expectation, the thought process that is required. The fourth one is the innovation, creation, product of imagination and new. And then after innovation, reach in ideas, standing out boldly and different. That is the benefits of creativity. So this is the fishbone diagram. Then laddering, we are going to decide the steps by which we can achieve that innovation. So it is called as the laddering. And the scramper is the unique one, where the substitute, combine, adapt, magnify, put to other uses, eliminate, rearrange, and submit. So scramper is for the innovation process. What will be the substitute for the idea? We need to think. What will be the kind of combined processes which we can provide? What kind of things we can adapt? What kind of the magnified process or view of the solution? What kind of other uses of the solution? What kind of things we can eliminate? How, if we rearrange the things, what will be the results? So this all process is called the scramper. Now the remaining methods like negative brainstorming means earlier in previous brainstorming, we are thinking about the solution. We think about the conceptual model, which one is the best conceptual model. Here in negative brainstorming, we think about the failure and we think about the most serious failure in that innovative idea. So this we are thinking here. Then post-up, storyboarding, reversal, these are the other methods, and you can refer these methods also. So by these methods, you can create the innovative ideas. You can increase the creativity. You can come with the innovative products, which we can be considered as the project. So again, we are having a project methodology where we can start from the basic requirements and lead up to the prototype. Now, just now we talk about the innovative idea and how to carry out the project. Now we are talking about the patent. So process of patent filing is very much simple. First of all, we identify the patentable project. Then we organize the patent drafting program for the projectee. Then we prepare the patent application, that is the form number 2. Then we submit that patent application to the IP attorney. We are having a tie-up, institute is having a tie-up with the IP attorney, Khurana and Khurana, New Delhi. Then submitted patent application to the IP attorney. On the basis of that, patent attorney carry out the patentability search report and the commercial viability report. According to that, we came to know about the patentability of that application and commercial viability of that application. Then we will discuss these things with the inventor. Inventor means the projectee. Then interaction is made with the inventor and the attorney. Then consent of inventor will be taken for, the consent means the signing formalities will be completed and the patent is going to be filed Indian Patent Office. So these are the processes which we have adopted at YCC. You need not to spend any single rupee. Whatever the financial requirements are there, whatever the charges are there, whether it is the official charges which is required to be paid to the Indian Patent Office or the attorney charges, attorney fees, this all payment is going to be paid by the institute as your project is selected for this process. But patent filing is not the complete process, but it is just a first step towards the patent. After patent filing, there are different steps, like the patent is going to be published, then it is going to be examined, then after examination, first examination report will be provided by the patent office. Then according to the first examination report, whatever the queries asked by the examiner in the first examination report, that is going to be justified through the response for the FER. So that response is prepared by the attorney in line with the suggestions of the innovators, and then that response is going to be submitted to the patent office. So on the basis of a response submitted, either patent office grant the patent application or they call for hearing. Hearing is just the meeting between the attorney on behalf of inventor and applicant. Attorney will attend the hearing, then examiner. So there is a argument between the attorney and examiner in front of the patent controller. So as a result of this hearing, the patent will be granted or rejected. So this is the overall process of patent filing. So let me give, it is my prime responsibility as a coordinator of IPR activity. So I'm giving these details. We have initiated this IPR activity, so intellectual property right, under which the patent, copyright, these are coming. So patent filing we have initiated from 2016-17. The projects completed in 2016-17 session, is considered, and the patent application is prepared in 2017-18, and it is filed in the month of January 2018. So total filed application in January 2018 is 21. This total application published uh, in the patent journal on the website of ipindia.nic.in. That is the official website of patent office. The total 21 application published. Two applications still are under examination, and two applications for which the examination report is report is received, but the response preparation is in process at attorney level. We have submitted the response to the first examination report of 16 application. Recently, one hearing is attended by the attorney for the patent. It is my own patent. And the same patent is granted. So that's why total granted is 1. From 1920, we have filed 23 applications, out of which 20 is published, and 8 applications are under process of examination. We have received the response of 12, response is in process. We have received the first examination report of 12 applications for which the response is in process. So this is the overall scenario. Now in session 2021, we have identified 41 innovative projects from the UGPG student. So this patent table projects is going to be considered for the patent filing in the current session. Now, as we file the patent, as we get the patent application for the innovative project, then we can think about the startup, our own venture, by which we can do the commercialization of that project. Then what is the startup? So the startup is a fairly new entrepreneurial venture or company which aims to meet a marketplace need by developing or offering an innovative product, process, or service. So the private limited company or a registered partnership firm or LLP incorporated registered in India, not prior to 5 years, is called as startup. So annual turnover not exceed than 5 crore in any preceding financial year. That is the condition for startup. Such entity not formed by splitting up of business already in existence. Reconstruction of business already in existence is not permitted, so you can't get startup status to this kind of companies. Now, specific intention for startup is working towards innovation development, deployment of commercialization of new products, process or service driven by technology or IPR. So that is the and that is what we call gist of overall definition of startup. Now, how to recognize as a startup? A company can partnership firm or a company or partnership firm will be recognized as a startup by getting registered at Department of Promotion of Industry and Internal Trades. Now, registration process like PAN card of company, logo of company, brief details about company. So all these details are required to register at Department of Promotion of Industry and Internal Trades. Now, so by this process, you will get the certificate. Okay, so this will be the certificate as a startup, recognition as a startup. So I am going to enlarge that one. So you can see here, this is certified that MakeFarm Equipment LLP incorporated as limited liability partnership on 30/10/2018 is recognized as a startup. It is a government certificate which recognize you as a startup, and then the benefits can be provided. So that are the benefits. First and foremost, in the tax exemption, which may recognize startup can claim. No income tax for the period of 3 years. Investment exemption can be availed. Concession of all the capital gain can be availed. Fund by the government to help the startup. So there are number of startup schemes there is a Startup India portal. On that portal, you can see there are a number of schemes. I can remember there is a scheme by which you can avail the grant of near about 15 lakhs rupees. So that scheme is available. Self-certification and no inspection for 3 years. So these are the benefits you can avail as you recognize as the startup. The next one is the Udyam registration. That registration is required to open a bank account because every transaction is going to be put in the bank account. So separate bank account for the startup is required. And when you go to open a bank account for a startup, for that purpose, you need to show that Udyam registration certificate, that is the MSME registration. Earlier, there is a different kind of thing like Udyog Aadhaar and Udyami registration. So there are two different processes, but nowadays MSME recently combined these two things and launch a single one, that is the Udyam registration certificate. So by using the different details, you need to put the different details and you can get the Udyam registration certificate here. Now, again, as a director of YCC TBI Foundation, a Section 8 company for technology business incubation, it is my prime responsibility to show all participants the current status of startups, that we are having 9 startups which is registered at YCC TBI Foundation. So this the name of startup like Make Farm Equipment from Mechanical, Mechatronics Equipment from ETC, Arya Technology Solution from Mechanical, E-Tantra Shala from CTech Department, InnoCube Instrument again from Mechanical, Y Civil Tech Solution from Civil Department, Sachal Technologies from Electronics Department, Vistserv Technologies from the Electrical Department, and YIT Techno Solutions from IT Department. So they all first registered. They just first of all they apply for the PAN card. So they have received they have applied for the LLP registration, that is the limited liability partnership registration. So they have received that registration. This is the identification number of each startup. Then they have applied for the PAN card. So these are the PAN cards details for all startups. Then there is an agreement between the technology business incubator and the startup. So the agreement is completed between these. Then there is a Udyam registration at MSME portal. So all the startups completed the Udyam registration. That is means the Udyog Aadhaar registration is completed for all the startups. Then DPIIT registration, that is the Department of Promotion of Industry and Internal Trades. That registration is also completed by Make Farm and Arya Technology Solutions. The E-Tantra Shala also completed. So others are in process. In a very few days, this registration process is completed. So I think few already completed the process, but certificate is in. They are awaited the certificate which is received online. Now, these are the activities which we have continuously carried out in YCC. We are doing in YCC. We are having a well-structured innovation gallery to promote the innovations, whatever the innovative projects developed by the student and faculty, that is going to be showcased in the innovation gallery. So the student visit of SOS. So this is the place which can motivate you. So by referring the others' innovations, we are also think in that direction. Okay, why not I can create an innovation? So it will be a platform by which you can get the motivation. So the different kind of innovations are placed here. And we are also in a regular practice, like before lockdown, we have celebrated the Innovation Day. That is on 19th of October 2000, I think 2019. So celebration of Innovation Day at YCC Nagpur. I think it is the 15th of September or October. I'm not sure, but on that day we have celebrated. We have felicitated the innovators from YCC, faculty innovator and student innovator. We have organized the expert talk from the uh, from the uh, expert in that in innovation and incubation. So again, we are trying to search some other sources by which we can create the innovation. So we are doing a collaborative projects with medical university. So the projects, 11 projects we have completed in the session 2019-20. Due to the pandemic, in this session it is not possible, but definitely as the scenario become normal, definitely we can initiate this project also. The basic theme is like the innovative ideas of medical practitioners will be considered for development of innovation, and that innovative idea is going to be nurtured by the technical student by applying the technical knowledge. Basically medical instrumentation kind of projects are considered under this category. So I think uh, I'm not going to start that video because it is not properly visible. You please visit on the ycc.edu. On that ycc.edu, there is a tab innovation and incubation. So if it is possible, I'm going to show you that tab here itself. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So here you can put
Yes, sir.
ycc.edu. And as you put ycc.edu, so our institute website will be open. In this website, you can put here like innovation and incubation tab is given. Now on innovation and incubation, you can see all the information is given. So I'm going to open about the innovation gallery. You can see here there is a innovation gallery. Again, the video and all snaps are available. You can get the detail from about the innovation gallery. You can see YCC TBI Foundation. So you can visit to the YCC Technology Business Incubator. Here is a video for e-visit to the YCC TBI Foundation. You can see all the things. Again, we are having a IPR cell, so details of IPR. You can see the kind of patents available here. Okay, so these are the patents available. So you can see the patents here. So right now we have just included the patents from the session 2018-19. Now in upcoming days we are going to add the details of 1920 and 2021. So likewise, you can see the startup details. You can see here the startups, different kind of startups are available. So if I may click on Make Farm, you can see the this is the leaflet of Make Farm, where you can see the type of product, details of product, and all the kind of information related to the Make Farm. So likewise, you can open any startup and you can view all the information from the startup. So I'm going to end my session here itself. If you are having any query, your queries are welcome. I'm really happy to give response to your queries. Any query?
So how to start if we have an innovation idea?
So if you are having an innovation idea, then definitely you can start from the assumption busting. You can I already told you in the presentation that if you go through the assumption busting and if you create a brain sketch of your solution, then there is a brainstorming, then there is a concept mapping, then there is a for example exaggeration, and this kind of scramper you can apply and you can start your innovation. Now parallelly, as you think the pathway to create the innovation, definitely you need to start the searching of funds. So we are having different kind of opportunities, like for example different government agencies. So we can approach to the different government agencies through the different schemes. You can apply through the scheme for the seed fund, or we are in a college, we are having in-house patentable project scheme as well as in-house seed fund scheme. So you can avail that scheme also. Will it be suitable to your question?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So how will the college be helping for funds of our innovative idea?
Yeah, definitely there is a systematic procedure. You can visit. Like I'm giving you the document that, like, for example, you can visit to ycc.edu again, and on ycc.edu, let me see. So on ycc.edu, again in innovation and incubation, there is a SOP, seed fund support for startup. Okay. So under that SOP, you can see here, it is a document, the all process is mentioned, and accordingly, you can receive the fund for your innovative idea. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Any other question? Any other question? So I think I already shown you the mobile number. It is also mentioned in the ycc.edu under the tab of innovation and incubation. My contact details are given. Also, we are having a dedicated incubation manager, so who is looking innovation and incubation activity at our campus, Mr. Anand Sharma. So you can contact him, or you can contact me if you are having any query. We are really pleased to answer your queries. The facilities are developed for you people, or for faculty and students. Definitely, if you are having that opportunity now, you need to grab that opportunity. You need to go with that opportunity and create the innovation. So definitely it will give you the different kind of satisfaction. Okay, so by considering these, I'm going to end my session. I think the faculty like Sara Madam and other coordinators, they are having their regular lecture, so that's why they are not going to able to conclude this webinar. So with these, I am really thankful to the organizer for providing me this opportunity. And definitely in coming future, we are coming with a more number of steps to nurture the innovation and uh, incubation ecosystem. So by this way, we can develop the innovation culture in YCC. So again, thankful to the dear participants, organizers, coordinators for giving that opportunity. With this, I will announce the session is the today's session on, that is orientation on innovation and incubation, is end. So we are going to close this session.